Hi guys, today I just wanted to talk about a bit of a not as happy subject. So if you've never travelled or been away from home for a long period of time, you may not realise the lows of travel. You might look at people's Instagrams or blog posts or videos like ours, and you might not see the negatives of it. And don't get me wrong, the positives completely outweigh the negatives, but on my channel I just really want to share the whole experience, and I don't want to make it seem like we're always having an amazing time, because we're not all the time. Most of the time we are. Sometimes there's points that just aren't great. It's not like you go travelling and all your problems just disappear. That's not the case at all. So some of them will disappear, you'll be happy most of the time, but you won't be happy all the time, is what I'm trying to say. So I just want to list a few things that I've found personally hard and that are the lows of travel. So firstly, everything won't go as you planned. Top tip, try not to plan as much, if you like me anyway. But yeah, everything will not go as planned. You might not get to visit that museum that you wanted to go to. It might be short. You might have looked up an amazing restaurant that you really wanted to go to, and it might shut down. You might want to go to a small town somewhere and then just not find the time to fit it in. Your plans aren't going to be the same as what you thought they were going to be. So I would say try not to plan as much. Go with the flow a little bit, and if you really want to see something, make sure you prioritise that. But you're not going to see everything. You're not going to be able to do everything. Time and money aren't always on your side. So just keep that in mind and don't let it put a downer on your trip. You also, which is so weird, you wouldn't think this, but you do get very lonely when you're travelling. Yeah, you might meet other backpackers, or you might be travelling with someone like I'm travelling with Alex, or we're just living together, whatever. Now we're not really travelling at the minute, we're just kind of seeing cairns and surrounds, but you do get lonely, and that comes with feeling out of touch with back home. So you kind of feel out of the loop, especially with time zones. If say your family and friends are in the UK and you're in Australia, the time zones can really affect you, and you feel like you're all alone at the moment. They might be asleep while you're getting on with the rest of your day, and you just kind of feel a little bit lonely. But if you like me and you like being by yourself, then you know, it's not too bad, you can get over it. But if you are like an extrovert or whatever, definitely stay in like hostels and like go and meet people and go out and get drunk and do whatever you do. But like if you're like me, then you just have to kind of deal with it. But then I suppose you like it at the same time if you're like me, because I like being by myself, so it's not too bad. But you know, it is quite lonely. You never really know what to say to people that you've got back home. You don't want to like seem like you're bragging, or like, I don't know. I don't want to make people like jealous, if that makes sense. And I know some people might be, I know I would be, but then also I'd be happy for that person for doing what they're doing, but then not all people are like that at the same time. So it's kind of like finding a balance between being lonely or like feeling like you're being like a burden on somebody. Not being a burden, I can't say what I mean. It is super hard to sort of keep in contact with everybody and like relate. Also as well, if your friends and family are in the northern hemisphere and you're in the southern and the seasons are completely different, it's just another weird, completely weird thing, and you just feel like you can't relate to back home, and that in turn sort of makes you feel a little bit lonely because you're experiencing this and all your other friends and family aren't. Obviously combating that, you can go make friends. Talking about back home, you also get sort of homesick to an extent. I am not homesick per se. I don't want to go home. I do say it sometimes when I'm at a loss. I just want to go home. Would it just be easier if I just went home? But I don't want to go home. I am loving it right now. I'm very, very happy. I'm probably the most happy I've ever been. But you do miss certain things about home. So weirdly, I'm missing the cold. So being all wrapped up in like your coats and jumpers and scarves and stuff. Snow, because it's been snowing. I do miss the snow a little bit. But at the same time, I don't. I like the warmth. I like the sun. It's just certain things you'll miss. It's not exactly like I wish I was at home, I wish I wasn't here. It's I wish I could have a Costa coffee and sit all bundled up in my jacket and jumper and scarf, sort of homesick. Then I wish I was at home, homesick. Another thing that is really hard is finding somewhere to get your hair cut, or getting holes in your clothes and needing to replace them. It's just like the little minor inconveniences that you have, and you have to sort of DIY it yourself. So me and Alex cut his hair. Where do we go? Do we have the money? Will we need that money for clothes in the long run? Should I just sew the hole? Will it be okay? Will it be good enough? So that's just kind of like a little tiny low that's, you know, you can get over it, but it's a bit of a dilemma that you don't necessarily think about before you come here. So like, where am I going to get my hair cut? Where's the best place to get my hair cut? Because like, you can Google that, but it's not going to tell you every single time where the best place is, and like, the best place is probably going to cost you a lot of money as well, and you can't be replacing your clothes every single time you get a little hole in it. So a good thing for that is, you know, do it yourself. Alex had a beard trimmer and we managed to turn that into a tool to shave his hair. And with my clothes getting holes in, I actually took one of the sewing kits from one of the hotels we stayed in and I repaired the holes in them. So right now they're alright. They are cheap clothes though, the ones that did get holes in. So they are probably going to get holes in again, but you know, just have a sewing kit on hand. It's really helpful. I never thought I'd need one. And I'm pretty sure that is all I've got to say, to be honest. I will leave you on this note though, of things just not going to plan. So in Early Beach, I will link the vlog up in a card. It wasn't the best trip. We stayed in a hostel we did not like. And on top of that, we left the passports in the hostel room. So we drove all the way to Townsville, I think it was, from Early Beach, and I realised I had left our passport document holder in their bedside table drawer. Thankfully when we rang them up, they were still in the drawer. It'd only been like a day since we checked out. They were still there. They sent them to us while we were in Cairns, and yeah, it was a lifesaver. So us hating that hostel kind of backfired on us, and they did a really good thing for us. That's things not going to plan, and that is something that we haven't even told our parents. Don't hate me, Mum. I left our passports in a hotel room, but we got them back in the end. It was all good. Like, things just don't go to plan. You just gotta deal with it and get on with it, and that is something I have learned during this trip. It's something that I don't really like to think about. I used to like to have a plan, and now I'm just kind of like, it's not always going to go to plan. So I hope you have learned something in this video, and I hope it kind of like puts the whole sort of travel experience into perspective if you maybe haven't done it, or maybe like you haven't lived away from home for long, you've always had your friends and family close, then it just kind of puts it into perspective. If you've got any questions, you want to know anything else, just make sure you ask them in the comments and I will be sure to get back to you. If you liked this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you are new. And that is everything for today. I will see you on Friday. Bye!